Welcome back. The corridors of Nigeria's National Assembly are echoing with conflicting accounts over President Tinubu's recent presentation of the 2024 budget of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, the episode has sparked a heated debate following claims that the president delivered an empty budget document, prompting accusations of deceit. Now, on Wednesday, President Tinubu presented the 2024 Appropriation Bill of 27 trillion naira before the joint sitting of Nigeria's National Assembly. Yusuf Galambi, a lawmaker representing the Gwaram federal constituency in Jigawa State, he later alleged that President Bola Tinubu presented a budget without details to the National Assembly. That's what he said. The president presented a budget without details to the National Assembly. Now, however, the lawmaker representing Doguwa, a Tundun Wada federal constituency in Kano State, northern Nigeria, Al-Hassan Doguwa, dismissed his claims, saying President Tinubu had submitted a flash drive of the whole budget before his presentation to the joint sitting of Nigeria's National Assembly. Now, while we do not know what the content of the green and white box laid before the National Assembly by the president was, we know that the Budget Office, and by extension, the Ministry of Budget and National Planning, uploaded the detailed document of Nigeria's budget, that's the federal government's budget proposal, Appropriation Bill, only yesterday. I mean, I've been refreshing the website of the Budget Office, and we've not seen it. Now, this is 5 days after the president presented the budget to the House joint sitting of the National Assembly. So today, we're delving into this controversy, aiming to, dissect these contrasting assertions. And of course, we'll talk about the implications for the fiscal policies of Nigeria. Our guest tonight, Jide is a public affairs analyst, and he joins us from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. Jide, thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure.
All right. Okay. And of course, along the line, we'll be joined by another guest whom we will introduce subsequently. All right, Mr. Ojo, give us your take on this recent controversy surrounding the president's budget presentation, because it's not just a debate in the National Assembly, it's also stirring debate among public affairs analysts, economic commentators, some saying that, that they haven't seen anything. And we in the press, we've been looking forward to seeing something. The Minister of Budget and National Planning, accompanied by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, met with the press just hours after the president presented the budget. But still, we did not see anything. So what are your thoughts on this whole flash drive, no budget presentation, there was a budget? We saw the president laying that green and white box. So tell us your thoughts, please.
It's very unfortunate and very embarrassing that the president will lay a budget and almost a week after that, it's still subject of speculation. No one, I'm very curious about what the National Assembly themselves has passed, first and second reading, and they already told those of us who care to listen that they are going to pass the budget by December 19th, ahead of their going for their Christmas vacation. So I was curious, how come you did first and second reading under 48, 72 hours? Have the members studied the budget? Usually the budget is a huge document. Sometimes it runs into about 1,000 pages full of figures. So was it that our lawmakers have become so efficient that within 2 days, they have been able to get a copy, whether hard or soft copy of this budget, and have been able to study it. And now they are what they call the town hall. The Senate had its own town hall yesterday, and House of Reps also at Transcorp. They both had their separate town hall on this same budget. So we've been relying solely on media snippets about the budget. If If by now the budget was just being uploaded, it then means that I begin to suspect what the working documents of the National Assembly has been in the last 1 week or thereabout. But this is Nigeria, anything goes. You never can tell. And I have commented on this budget last week, and I said, even at the best of time, the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007 actually mandated the president to lay the budget 90 days to the end of the year. And this budget was being laid on the last day of November. And the president still wants to maintain January to December financial year. So obviously the National Assembly isn't going to do any thorough work, because even if you want to go budget defense, you need to invite heads of ministries, departments, and agencies that runs into about 1,000. How many minutes will you give each of them to tell you about what they have done with 2023 budget and what they intend to do with their 2024 budget? So definitely, I think the presidency wasn't looking at doing a thorough job of vetting the budget. They just want to move and go through the motions, as they say, tick the right boxes to say the National Assembly passed this budget. Don't also forget, my brother, this is the third budget President Tinubu is submitting to the National Assembly. The first one was the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Bill. The second, that one was passed on July 14. The second one was 2.1 trillion supplementary budget for 2023, which was also expeditiously passed. I don't know whether even members of the National Assembly have opportunity to read through what they endorsed. And now this is the main budget for 2024. And it will seem like we are just ticking the box and just fulfilling all righteousness. But it's embarrassing if the budget was not received either in soft or hard copy by the members of the National Assembly, yet they have passed 2 stages, and we look forward to what they will do with the remaining days of this year, 2023.
This is a document 2,290 pages long. You talked about maybe 1,000 pages. This one is 2,290 pages. I mean, that's a lot to be able to go through in such an amount of days, where it passed 2 readings. And like you said, the MDAs need to come and do their budget defense. There's several of them. MDAs come to do their budget defense. Jide, this budget is not, I don't know, I'll take your thoughts on that, but this is a summary of ministries, departments, and agencies, you know, the headings or the expenditure of ministries, departments, and agencies. But some will argue that Yusuf Galambi's allegation that this 2024 budget was presented without details in an empty box or something like that is been overtaken by time, because now this so-called Appropriation Bill details has been uploaded after 5 days. So do you agree that Nigerians, would you say Nigerians still have something to be concerned about despite the upload of this document?
Exactly, we do have a lot to worry about, because in other climes, this is not how the appropriation law is passed. I feel that if they, and I worry. You know why I worry, my brother? Prior to Tinubu's coming, the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning was merged. Budget and National Planning was merged with Finance. Now, Tinubu decopulated it and separates Ministry of Finance from Budget and National Planning. Even at that, what is the efficiency level of this ministry? That as at the time the president was laying the budget, they cannot that same day upload the soft copy as they eventually did 5 days after, which then means a lot of alteration may have happened in the last few days since the president presented the budget. And it's not new. We have had sometimes in the past instances of budget, multiple budgets circulating, You don't know which one is the genuine one, which one is the fake one. There was a time they said the budget was even missing under the previous administration. So, I mean, this is just working through the motion. This is just more like the Olo ritual, fulfilling all righteousness. Just let them have it. Because I mean, thank you for that search that it is over 2,000 pages. So when they pass it first, when they said the budget has passed the first motion, second, what was studied for them to be able to intelligently dissect, debate, and arrive at, ticking the box to say, oh, this budget is sound. I heard one of the senators defending the president and saying this is the best budget to ever be made on a sister TV station yesterday. And I wonder whether this is not self-serving. Because as it were, Nigeria has just been taken for a ride. The more you look, the less you see. This budget, obviously, is just to be returned the way the president has submitted it. All in the name of rub my back, I rub your back. I'm very sure National Assembly has been properly taken care of in this budget. And as it were, once you have your own fair share, there is no need to cry over whatever any other person is getting. So I don't see them doing any thorough work, because to study, these are old people anyway. How many of them can read 20-page documents in 1 week? 20 pages. How much more 2,000 plus pages of figures? How would they study it and come to conclusion that, okay, there are errors here, or this is what this thing should be moved to this place? So they will just say, the president cannot make mistake. Let's just allow go. After all, he has also kept faith with our own interest in the budget. So it's a government of party. Everybody gets their fair share and they smile. After all, they are most likely going to get Christmas package, and they can go on vacation and enjoy themselves. But for them to say that they will do a thorough job within the very limited period this month will wind down, I doubt whether, if they actually wanted to do a thorough job, whether 3 months will actually be sufficient, given what is expected of them. To study 2,000-page document. Some of them cannot read novels of 30 pages. Some members of the National Assembly, I dare say, cannot read novels of 30 pages because their memory card is almost full, if I can use that expression. They are already bogged down with so many distractions. They are in their 60s and 70s. Some of them are even far older. So where would they have the time? And the pressure is coming from their constituents. They have to attend to other official, things, except they hire consultants to do the thinking for them. And they are at liberty to hire consultants. Maybe they will rely on whatever their consultants tell them about the budget. But for me, even when we take it through the issue of budget defense, and we have over 1,000 ministries, departments, and agencies, how much time will be allotted to each of them to be able to do a thorough scrutiny or so-called budget defense? They have introduced town hall. So yesterday was a talk show. They did have their say. They invited a few members of the public. They have ticked the box that at least they consulted. So if that is what consultation is all about, they can carry go, as we say in local parlance. Let them just carry go.
All right.
But this is not good for our democracy.
Okay.
Because there is no way National Assembly can do proper oversight of what is expected of them by Constitution, given the constraints of time.
All right. Jide, should we not be having such public consultations, maybe even by the executive, before the budget is drawn up, to say, let's do a needs assessment and see how we can tailor our budget around that needs assessment? of what Nigerians really need, and not to do the budget and wait for people to now start shouting. We don't have syringes in University of Nigeria teaching hospitals. We don't have doctors in Unilag teaching hospital, and then you now say, okay, what can we do? You know, apart from that, what specific measures would you like to see implemented to streamline the process of budget presentation in order to ensure a comprehensive access to the budget details by lawmakers and the public?
Well, we are not even discussing the content of that budget, which I have a lot of concerns with. But in terms of budget preparation, the standard operating procedure and international best practice about budgeting is that there should be need assessment. This consultation that they are now doing at the back end after the budget has been submitted, that is what should have preceded the budgeting process. That people, there is supposed to be proper need assessment. Okay, we need this road fixed. We need this water project completed. We need these schools that have been, dilapidated. We need it refurbished. And these are things. So I have not seen the usefulness of having a separate Ministry of Budget and National Planning. Maybe we can say, after all, this administration came in mid-year. So, and it took another 2 months or 3 months for the president to constitute his cabinet. So effectively, maybe I should excuse the Minister of Budget and National Planning that he didn't have sufficient time to get the job done properly. But maybe in future, in next years and the subsequent years, when he will have been fully on ground, I expect that there should be need assessment, consultation with the citizens before the budget itself will be submitted.
Thank you so much, Jide Ojo. We will look for time, and I hope we can have you back to analyze this 2,290-page document. There's a lot to chew here, so much to ponder on. Well, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure having you on the program.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me, and stay safe and stay blessed.
Thank you very much.